Madden NFL 24, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
And off we go from Denver. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Bringing them out is the 12th-year pro seeking a return to Pro Bowl form, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Wilson going to come out throwing. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Wilson had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That's taken on the 25. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out, a first-round pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, former Clemson Tiger, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And when he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. The drive will start with an option going left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. 2 yards yards, the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Perfect execution on that inside handoff, and then a little will, a little brute strength to move forward after the contact.
What do we call that now in today's NFL? Heck, in today's football? Contact balance, right? That's the buzzword, the phrase you hear. A back who can absorb contact, bounce off of it, and keep moving. Just what you said, brute strength, force of will.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10.
Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
I'm not sure that the surprise was that they actually faked it. That's classic territory to go ahead and do it. The surprise to me is that they were successful. I'm not sure the defense was really prepared.
And now they're going to keep the drive alive here. Really big play on the fake punt. An opening for Chubb on first down as he dashes forward for about 7. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16.
Now hang on here, because following that play, it looks like Amari Cooper is in some distress.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Watson. Open man, that's Tillman. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Here's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable and make the...
And he takes this one in for a Browns in this one.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
But you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They begin the drive with Johnson.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 9.
Now it's Wilson.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson.
Pass caught. He's got Tillman.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Shakes off the sand. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Here's Watson. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Watson now to throw. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit. Found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Broncos nothing.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. On the return, it's Washington.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
That's good. For our Denver Broncos.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Screen play, Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end Sample. First target, first catch, and a first down. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now a screen set up for Johnson. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Second and 7. They go play action with Wilson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Here's Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Wilson. That's taken in by Dulcich. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Wilson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the second quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Patterson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. He'll get this complete to Tillman. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Wilson able to complete it there to Dulcich.
7 yards there and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back their own.
Now Wilson on first down.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On second down, Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Wilson.
And that's going to be incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Watson.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Taken from just outside the 30.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away.
Patterson's kick is good.
But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
On first down, Watson.
And he'll get this one to Cooper complete. He's to the 15.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 75 yards.
And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. On the return, it's Washington. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 2. Play action. It's Wilson. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. Now Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Now a 2nd and 2. Now Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, I'd say a couple people didn't get the read correct, huh? Zone coverage. Linebacker dropped right into the proper spot. Lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Was looking directly in his eyes as he threw the football. And you're right, it was telegraphed. Probably should have been picked. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Denver. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Watson on first down. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, it's Watson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Second and 10 now, third quarter action in Denver. And trouble trying the middle here. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Here's Watson now on second down. A quick throw there is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Now a second and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a screen set up for Johnson.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
On second down, this is Jackson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Browns getting set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Corey Borges in punt formation for the Browns.
And Borges on to punt as he gets it away.
This is brought in at the 21. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They go play action now. Wilson.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Kevin Stefanski consulted with his guys above, and they've told him throw that challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On first down, Wilson. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Denver. And even 40 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a 2nd and 6. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this Browns defense stands tall. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for a possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
The Browns send out their punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Wilson to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Screen play, Johnson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Throwing again here, Wilson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, and who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
All right, go get him now. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Marvin Mims from 6 yards away. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. And I remember saying to someone after my 2nd or 3rd day there, like, this altitude thing, this is no big deal. And day 4, it hit. And it hit hard. And it took me a while to get ready and get acclimated. So some teams, they like to come in early. Try and get on a schedule and feel good with it. Other teams say, forget it. Let's not let the effects jump on us. They come in as late as possible, as close to kickoff, and play. Whatever way they did it, it worked in this one.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.